What's up, y'all? This your boy, the Black Kakashi, and I'm here with a My Hero Academia video. Now, it's been a while since I made a My Hero video, but I wanted to make this since Season 6 is getting ready to come out next month. And as a reminder, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to help Deku become the world's greatest hero. Today's topic of discussion is about the state of My Hero Academia and how important this season is for not just My Hero as a whole, but to the anime community as well. Depending on when this video drops, we just got a new trailer for Season 6, and it is blowing everyone's mind away as it should. But I feel like me and the manga readers are the only people excited for it. I mean, you can count some of the anime-only My Hero fans to be excited as well, but for manga readers, this is where the story gets crazy. Now, people have been downplaying My Hero for a long time now, and it's getting pretty tiresome. People have been calling it mid and spewing all kinds of negativity towards the anime, but that's mostly due to it being poorly adapted because Bone Studios has been spending so much time making the My Hero movies instead of focusing on the actual anime itself. But I still love the movies though, don't get me wrong. My Hero's quote-unquote downfall started back in Season 4, or if you want to be technical, back in the Hero's licensing arc back in Season 3. After All Might made his grand finale against All for One, anime fans and the world had to live in a world where All Might didn't exist anymore. And boy, was it a slow start. But thanks to Bakugo and Deku's rematch, the first movie being a huge success, and the big three making their epic debut in the finale, while also teasing the overall arc, it seemed like the My Hero hype wasn't dying down anytime soon. Now, before I talk about Season 4, All Might wanted me to remind you to go beyond your limits and go plus ultra on that like button. Sorry about that, I just had to add that in. But let's get back to our regularly scheduled broadcasting. Now, for manga fans, Season 4, or should I say the overhaul arc, was where everybody in the anime community was supposed to recognize how great My Hero is story-wise. It was supposed to get the recognition it deserved. You have the perfect plot, the classic story of saving the child in need of saving. Little Eri, who was being held captive for years by her foster father, Chisaki, she was being tortured and experimented on for years just to build up Overhaul's empire. You have everything you need to tell a perfect story. You have the right characters, you have the perfect heroes, the perfect villain, the perfect story, hell, even the perfect studio to tell the story. So what went wrong? For me, personally, nothing went wrong because I enjoyed Season 4, but for some people, it was the fight between Lemillion and Overhaul. It basically wasn't animated properly. Some parts were animated and some parts were still shots. Now, still shots are a no-no in anime unless it's done correctly. For this moment, it wasn't done correctly. Anime fans didn't get to see why Lemillion is a lot of people's favorite character and had a lot of hype built up around him. And for any anime fans that did get to see why, I'm glad you did, and I would never say you didn't just because you didn't read the manga. Being an anime only watcher just means that you get to experience the heat that's about to come in October. After the Lemillion fight, Bone Studio reminded us who the protagonist was and put all of its resources into the Deku vs Overhaul fight. I don't care what your opinion is about Season 4 or My Hero as a whole, but you can't deny how beautifully animated that fight was compared to the rest of the fights in the season. Seeing Deku fight at 100% against Overhaul showed us the potential of why Deku would be the greatest hero at the end of the story. And then we get the highly praised battle of ideals between Mr. Gentle and Deku, also the epic concert that brought Eri's smile back, and also Endeavor versus High-End Nomu to end the season. So the question still remains, why is My Hero being disrespected? The answer for that is Season 5. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Season 5 is probably the weakest season so far, but it's honestly the most important one out of the bunch, story-wise, besides, Season 1. Yes, this season did start off really slow, and there was a lot of butchering and a lot of things cut, like the highly anticipated My Villain Academia. which was supposed to change everything we knew about My Hero. But all it left was criticism and doubt from the fans. If you were reading My Villain Academia on a weekly basis, you know why it's so highly praised and highly talked about in the My Hero community. If you're an anime only fan, I would highly recommend you read the My Villain Academia arc just to compare the two, and you will see a clear difference. But all they had to do was copy, paste, and add a little Chemical X to create the perfect season. But once again, Bones were focused on making the My Hero movie. You see the trend here for the last 2 seasons? Every time they focus on a movie, the season ends up being, I don't want to say mid. I think I'll just say not up to par with the previous seasons. But that's mostly because of All Might's presence, but that's a topic for another day. To wrap things up with Season 5, we get a tease for what's to come for the war between the heroes and the villains. Nah, I don't want to sound skeptical, but the anime we know as My Hero Academia could very well be in trouble if Bone Studios somehow messes up this spectacular arc by doing a slightly subpar adaptation like they did with My Villain Academia. If that happens, then that means it'll never recover from the backlash. I mean, My Hero is going to be a huge sale no matter what. It's easily one of the most popular anime today besides Demon Slayer and One Piece for today's generation. Like, the fan bases for anime today are honestly why anime has such a huge impact in today's age. But this arc is so important to the story of My Hero that Bone Studio has no choice but to put all of their resources into this season and the final arc of the story, which is kind of questionable because Mob Psycho Season 3 and My Hero Academia are literally coming out the same week. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I believe that this is going to be Bone Studios' redemption arc, just like Season 3 of One Punch Man, which was just recently announced, which is funny because I literally made a video asking why the hell have we not gotten an announcement for Season 3 of One Punch Man, and a couple weeks later, it gets announced. But if you want to watch that video, check it out. I'll leave it in the video as well. But back to My Hero. Now, I know some people are probably tired of hearing the manga readers say that such and such is going to be a game changer, etc., etc. You've probably been hearing this since the Stain arc or since the Overhaul arc. But this one really is a game changer in a very, very big way. The things that happen in this arc are truly one of a kind. This is the arc that you do not want to miss out on. Hell, can't afford to miss out on. That's why I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the importance of Bone Studio properly animating this season, because once this season ends, and depending on where they stop at in the season, the future is bright for My Hero, because the story just gets better from here on. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed the video and if you're excited for Season 6, let me know in the comments. And also if you think this arc is very important for Bones to get right, let me know in the comments. But like always, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.